Hey man, I just had the most humbling experience at the gas station, man. So I go to this same gas station often, right? You know, and it be young niggas standing outside the gas station, but it be one particular young nigga that be standing outside the gas station. He stare me down every time he see me. And you know where I'm from, it's like, what's up with that? I don't know how to take that. You get what I'm saying? So today, I just went on ahead and asked him. You know, he was staring real hard. I'm trying to get my stuff together. I'm trying to get out the car. You know, he's staring real hard. I don't know if he's staring to watch me leave so he can run in my car, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I get out the car and I'm like, hey, bro, what's up, fool? What you staring at me for? Like, why is you always staring at me? Like, what going on? Like, what you got? Whatever y'all young niggas thinking, man, you can kill it. Man, this little nigga looked at me and said, man, you always pulling up in a drop top in my hood. And I cut him off. I'm like, yo, hood, nigga, and what you talking about? You feel me? So, the nigga said, man, I look up to you. Immediately, I was humble. The man said, yeah, I look up to you, bro. I see you on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You pull up to the gas station in a drop top, and it's like you really like that. And immediately, it disarmed me. And I'm like, damn, little bro, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, you want something out the stove? You know what I mean? I ain't mean to come at you like that, but you know where we come from, and you know how you sitting out here at this stove. I don't know what to think. He said, man, I look up to you, and it tripped me out. Instantly, it made me start thinking differently. Man, it ain't always got to be an issue. It ain't always got to be a problem. Folks ain't always. We don't know what folk be thinking all the time. And the first thing when you come from trauma, the first thing you're gonna think is something negative, because you know we taught to protect ourselves when you come from a certain environment. So I told him straight up, I said, man, look, you want something at the store, bro? My bad. You know what I mean? I ain't, y'all standing up here at the store, I ain't even mean to come at you like that. Like, nah, fool, I just want you to acknowledge me, you know? And I said, I got you, little bro. I got you. It's all love. I dapped him up and I kept it pushing. But look, lesson of the day, man, it ain't always what it seems. But I had to get that clarification. Shout out to that young nigga, dog. And shout out to all the young niggas, fool, because it take a real man to really tell another man, hey, I look up to you, or I like what you doing out here. Shout out to the young niggas that really know how to express themselves. Shout out to the young niggas who really want better for themselves. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That is saying, giving all praises to the Most High God, the Father, the God of the Bible, in the name of His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, which is in all believers of the gospel of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach's death, burial, and resurrection. And the topic of this video is going to be a gentle answer turns away wrath. As you can see in the video we just watched, this man has a nice car. He usually goes up to this certain gas station, as he says, and it's always a brother, he said, which would an Israelite brother, right? A fellow Israelite brother staring at him, it seems, right? And he's assuming that the brother has an evil eye at him, right? And so then that drives him to actually have angry eye with his brother. When I say evil eye, I'm talking about angry in this case, like, confront the man on a almost pressing him, like, like, why you staring at me, man? Why you staring at me? And, the brother standing at the gas station, he told him, he look up to him. You know what I'm saying? He got a drop top, he's looking nice. You get what I'm saying? You look up to him, man, and as you can see, that gentle answer turned away the wrath from this man right here. Right, it completely took his guard down, right, and so much to the point where he went from, ready to confront the dude aggressively to offering to buy him something from the store. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Bible at work, man. The Bible is real. You know what I'm saying? As the brother said in the video, everything don't got to be a fight or aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And that also goes back to Deuteronomy 28, which I'm going to get into, about the brother having an evil eye towards his brother, right? Our people are just so used to our people actually having that evil eye, right? That when someone's just looking at them, even of the same race, right? a fellow Israelite brother, right? They automatically think it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And we don't treat nobody else like this, man. We don't treat none of the other nations like this. You know, if a white man was staring at him, he probably wouldn't even thought like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like in the habit of us to you know, always be prepared for a confrontation with each other, man, and that's sad. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand that there's nations after us, man. We're over here fighting with our brothers, man. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the Bible, right? Proverbs 15:1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Now, what if that man at the gas station would have replied to him, like, hey, who you talking to, or whatever, or something like that? It wasn't a gentle answer. You know, that could have led to a one-on-one, you know, hand-to-hand combat, or it could have led to somebody getting unalive, man. You know what I'm saying? And we see a lot of situations like this in the world, where one wrong word, one wrong use of the tongue can lead to funerals and jail time. You know what I'm saying? Right? So we always got to remember this, man. Always have a gentle answer, and don't always assume that, you know, your brother is angry with you, man. All right? So this is Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to go ahead and get it in the King James Version. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 54, it's going to be. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Right? So it is true, man, that a lot of these Israelites, a lot of these 2/3 do have an evil eye towards their own brothers, right? But that's not always the case, man. We got to be ready to love our brothers, man. We got to be ready to show them the way. You know, not everyone out here is a reprobate 2/3. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to learn from situation like this, man, is that, you know, don't always assume a negative outcome. You know, have that gentle answer, you know, ready, and don't all the time, you know, feel like someone has an evil eye to you, you know, especially your brother. All right. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rakak Kodash. And once again, that is giving all praises to the Most High God, the Father, in the name of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Excuse me, Salakia. And in the name of the Holy Spirit, which is in all believers of the gospel of Yahweh Shai Mashiach's death, burial, and resurrection. And that is being spoken in the ancient Paleo Hebrew language. Shalom.